Greetings, folks. It's still September. Well, so here at the Scarborough water purification pumping station, bluffs are right there. I went to go to Danforth to get strawberries and blueberries. And the spot I went to, I saw it, and it was such a nice day that I just continued on. I turned down Broadview. And then I went all the way to the Sky Dome. The benefit of small goals is that you'll actually start, and then when you're about to make it, is this dog tags? These are literal dog tags. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them. Toronto tag, another tag, and 3 Toronto tags. No name. I'll put it up at the road. When you set a small goal, you actually start to do it because, you feel like you can. And then as you're doing it, it's like, this is not enough. And then you continue on. What was the first interaction I had? Oh, a gentleman was being towed, taken off the road because he had the wrong plates and no insurance. And the police officer said to him, he said, "You're starting to piss me off," because the man was trying to defend his rights. And is that a threat? Is that a threat? Are you allowed to say that? My anger is increasing, and I'm going to treat you differently. Is the intended delivery of information that the public servant is giving on to the client that he's contracting with. It's a threat. Down on Parliament, it was the black Lexus. It was a bit banged up, no front plate, and the gentleman was my age-ish and foreign, Indian or something. So I sat there at that intersection, and then a man walked up to the car to look at. He had like a paper in his window, some street guy, and the police officer said, "Can I help you?" And the guy walked away, but he doesn't. He actually wasn't. His intention was actually not to help the guy. So therefore, a lie, I would say. A gentleman on a scooter. He says it goes 120. What was it? It's a Kaba, K-A-A. It's K-A-A-B-O, Kabo. I know, but he had a broken arm, and I just said, I felt the fear from the police officers. Threat that it was nice. I said, "You're doing that with a broken arm?" And he started talking. He showed me the pictures, and he got hit by a car. And so I had a good conversation with that gentleman, just about abilities. He could sing, and I said, I didn't. He said, "Some people say anyone can," and I just said, practice goes a long way with anything. Went all the way down to the Sky Dome, and there's an ice cream truck that'll dip your cone. And I went there once with Luna, and it was really good. Get there, and there's a guy standing there, kind of, like native-ish kind of guy. Maybe not, but he had really bluish eyes. And as I was about to order, I looked over at him, and he was like kind of confused. And I said, "You want an ice cream cone?" And so I ordered a waffle cone with the swirl mixture of ice cream, and then I wanted it dipped in the chocolate. And she said no, that it falls out of the waffle cones. And so I just instantly didn't feel like settling with something else. But I'd already told and the gentleman said, "I'll take 2." I said, "I'll take whatever you have." And then so I ended up getting him just like a medium swirl with the dip, and it was $6. And I didn't get anything, of course. He offered me some, and I bit a piece of the ice cream out of the street gentleman's hand. And then later on, he moved over. We had a good long talk just about fate and divine intervention and manifest destiny. And he was saying real things to me, which was interesting. And somehow I ended up down at the Sky Dome. I'm on the bluffs, so I took my bicycle and bought this gentleman an ice cream cone. Fate, per se. And then he crossed the street, and I had a peach, so I started eating my peach instead. I needed something, and I saw him on the other side, and he was eating his ice cream cone, and just, weird, you know. That's the bluffs. Don't fall off the bluffs. And the gentleman with the police officer, I gave him the peace sign, and I wanted him to know that, he wasn't alone in that. And there was the police are weird. Another one came up behind him, and then another one came, and then as they both left, like, another guy tried to stop and talk to that police officer and was holding up traffic, and he didn't look because he was writing his thing. He's like, I'll come back to you when I'm ready, he said to the guy. More happened. On the way back, I was up to Bloor, and right before the bridge to Danforth, there was a guy shaking his cup. And I don't like all the cup shakers, but this man, he had a bit of a native kind of Tibetan thing going on, and just friendly looking. So I threw him a toonie. It's all I had. And he asked for a bottle of water, and in my backpack in the front, I did have one full one. So amazing. Like, I always try to give water, and no one wants it, and to see him drinking that water, like, he needed it. Helped the gentleman with the water. Oh yeah, and then up further down Danforth, there was a darker skinned, really good looking gentleman. Looked like he worked out, and he had sandals on. He was playing I heard it. He was playing, not the trumpet, but the saxophone. So I instantly stopped and crossed the busy street of Danforth. I just said I had to stop. So I threw him a toonie, and then as I sat there, what was the music like? Almost like, it was smooth and nice, but almost like an older cartoon Mickey Mouse kind of doodle-doo-doo Star Wars thing. Like, he was throwing in some old style coolness, and so I pulled out a 5, and just that sound almost resonates of hope. That's what we need more of, is hope. So the ice cream guy, the bottled water guy, the saxophone guy. Many interactions in between, like just smiles and some darker skinned guy, with the religious, not Jewish, but he said, "Hey brother," and like he was selling something at a table, but like he wasn't. He could see me, I don't know. He was just saying hello, like he saw my light. Some people can see me, so. Those 3 for sure. There certainly was, but yeah, way more than those. Those were just the 3 ones where I engaged. But yeah, so that's what I did today. Now I've got my eggs, and I stopped back at that place and bought eggs and stuff. Thank goodness that I have enough. So I had 1 bite of ice cream today. I had a tomato, bell pepper, then the peach, then an apple. And that's what I ended up getting that instead when I went on my long bike ride. Now I'm going to have some eggs and onions. It really matters. What we do matters, and we make a difference. The other night I was at the Walmart on St. Clair, and the younger, darker skinned lady with the cabbage, the hibaj, she was 77 cents short. And all I had, I'm getting low, and I had a 5 and a toonie, and so I gave her the toonie, of course, and she was on the phone trying to get someone to give her 77 cents, and then the change, she gave me back the change, and all I was buying was 4 liters of water, and the exact change that she gave me was $1.20, was what my bottle cost. It was strange. It was ironic. And just, we make a difference. Maybe had I not been there, she would have got the 77 cents, I think. But just the quickness, like perhaps someone else, it might have been awkward. She was holding up the line. There wasn't a line. But just, I was there to do it, and it was easy, and I did it. And even though I have nothing, like I don't have a lot right now, I would have loved to bought her whole bill. But I did. I was able to solve that 70-cent problem. And who's to say which in the Bible, it says something about Like, are these small problems beneath you, and like these aren't righteous enough for you to deal with? And it's like, you know, that 70-cent problem, it was an act of goodness, of graceful intent. I'm sure I'm missing something today, but just even though I'm starting to scramble and need things, I was still able and willing to do those. You know, those certainly five with the guy with the scooters. There was 5 key interactions, and there was more, but I'm just so tired and need eggs. But I'm gonna move just from this, probably just a bit forward. There is a 3-hour ticket thing, and I've never heard of it, and I saw one the other day. So even if you're parked in a place with no signs, they can give you a 3-hour thing even though it doesn't say it. But yeah, no, I don't know. So we need hope, we need rights, and yeah, your 77 cents makes a difference. It really does, and she was happy. I'm not sure what's going on here in this world, but things are good. Grace, good tidings, faith, hope, and first of all, charity. Good evening.